Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Yeah, I didn't think so. There never has been. Hope there never will be. But if there is an emergency and you need to get hold of, call 911 first. Can't get hold of them, or even if you do, you can call us for additional assistance. And that may be broken at any time for an emergency. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube. Just put the search block, put in search block for YouTube, K4PEW. If I call, it'll bring up what they call a premiere. You can also see us on our website, 146415.net, 146415.net. Some information on Simplex. You can also go to our groups.io page. It's groups.India Oscar. And do a search in there for MJSS, for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. And you can sign up for our email list, or you can just be there on the front page to see what our net schedule is. Or you can not call, but you can contact me directly at K4PEW@ARRL.net. And we meet normally. We've been doing it now for 7 years and 4 or 5 months on this frequency on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. The purpose of the net is to have fun. Figure out who we can talk to, who we can meet, who we can hear, just to figure out how your station's doing. It's been a lot of fun for all these years. And people who are interested in Simplex generally improve their stations, and almost everybody who's interested in Simplex does increase the ability of their stations over time. Sometimes it takes money, time, effort, and all those put together. And XYL is approved. Let's see. For tonight is net number 763. We're starting from the east. The big announcement. Oh my gosh, I forgot to bring it with me, the address. But we're having a Saturday breakfast. It's going to be at the Flat Tire Diner, I believe it's called. It's on Old Hickory Boulevard, just north of Lebanon Road. Old Hickory Boulevard, north of Lebanon Road, in Old Hickory. It's considered Old Hickory. I didn't realize that was actually an Old Hickory. But anyway, that's where we're having it, 8 o'clock. Be there or don't be there, but we appreciate anybody who shows up. We have anywhere from, over the years, we've been anywhere from 3 of us to 27 of us, or 30. I forget how many we have. But anyway, it depends on the day and the week, and this COVID's really put a hamper on the meetings, of course, but we don't require any special handshakes or hugging or any of that. But we love having you there to solve the world's problems and talk about ham and all things and hamdom. Does anybody have any other announcements? Please come in.
KM4YRF.
Actually, I knew you'd say something.
Well, I just wanted to remind everybody that this Sunday night at 7:30 will be our 2nd year anniversary for the 10-meter net on Sunday night. And I hope everybody that participates in this net tonight can come out and help us celebrate.
Very good. For those of you who didn't hear, the Sunday night net at 7:30 p.m. is the 2nd year anniversary of the 10-meter net on 28.415, 7:30 p.m. Sunday night. There's a reminder, of course, that goes out. It'd be great if everybody showed up. Well, everybody that can. Everybody doesn't have to, but it would be nice if they did. It'd be a neat anniversary event. Anyway, 7:30 Sunday night, 28.415, and Michael KM4YRF is the host. Actually, net control. Host would be a radio show or something, a TV show. Any other announcements?
This is Alpha 4 Kilo, Jamie and Bethpage.
Alpha 4. What's the last? It's Alpha 4 Kilo. What?
That's it. A4K.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm doing pretty well. Sitting up here on top of Mutton Hollow Road so I can get a little bit better traction on the airwaves tonight. I wanted to remind everybody, I guess we have a conflicting Saturday morning activity. The Jamaican Area Ham Radio Society is going to have the fox hunt starting at 9 o'clock at Key Park in Lafayette. And of course, we're meeting for breakfast at 8 o'clock at Hardee's prior to that. And of course, anybody's welcome to that as well. And also a reminder, y'all probably already know this, but a fox hunt is a ham radio activity that doesn't require a license. So if you guys have any family or whatever that might be interested, some kids or grandkids or friends or whatever, this would be a good opportunity because this is, receiving only. So it would be a fun activity for them to get their feet wet with ham radio.
Great, very good. I'm not sure everybody copied that, so I'll say it again. I was Jamie, and he's an AA for Alpha 4 Kilo, and they're having a fox hunt up at Key Park. It's at 9 a.m. at Key Park in, is that Robertson County? Straighten me out.
No, it's Macon County, Lafayette.
Oh, that's right. It is Macon County. I was thinking, sorry about that. Anyway, they're meeting at 9 a.m. for the fox hunt, but there's also having a breakfast at Hardee's at 8 for those that are interested. I would highly recommend that kind of thing. I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun to me. I mean, up there, I've never been in that park, but it sounds like a lot of fun. And as you know, we have no obligation about breakfast at our location. It's not like it's a mandatory meeting. So if somebody's interested in the fox hunt, I highly recommend going. And it's a lot of fun. And you don't have to have a license, because all you're doing is listening for signals and trying to find out where they're coming from. Anyway, that's at Key Park. 9 a.m. the fox hunt, but 8 a.m. is the breakfast at Hardee's. And if you have any questions, you can. Is your email good on QRZ there, Jamie?
Yes, it is. Yeah, no problem there. And also, just a reminder too, the morning hunt will be a driving hunt. So, assuming that the roads are clear, it won't be a matter if it's raining or not, but we won't be able to, won't get cold. We may have a walking hunt in the afternoon, assuming weather is cooperative.
Very good. It'll be a driving hunt, so it'll be moving around. So you do have to bring a vehicle or borrow one or get a bicycle. Anyway, that ought to be very interesting. I kind of wish I was there instead of doing the breakfast, but since I'm the lead dog here, I guess I got to show up for our breakfast. Anyway, any other announcements? Please come down. Very good. I don't think I have any other announcements. Oh yeah, by the way, there is a big announcement. Big, the biggest of the big. And everyone in the sound of my voice needs to go and fill out that poll that we put up for which modes you use. It's anonymous. Nobody's going to know who put down what. Not that it matters. I don't know why I want to keep it secret, but it's just a way of measure. There's about 62 people that have responded so far, and we've got 183 on the list. And I'm trying to get at least half. That'd be great, just to get a good idea who's doing what. And there's some of the entries have to do with who does DMR, who does D-Star, how many D-Star users, how many DMR users, how many Fusion user, and HF, VHF, sideband, etc. So just an interesting way to gauge who's in the group and who's interested in what. So please go to that groups.io site. If you're a member, it's easy to do. Just we can look on the recent email, number one. Maybe I need to put that on the front page. That would be a lot more helpful. I'll put the link on the front page. But if you're a member, those links have been in. Like I'll send another one out on today with the summary of this Net's activities. Send another link out to that poll. Anyway, appreciate everybody who has put it out there. The 62 is a pretty good response. Anyway, are there any other announcements? Please come in. By the way, we are doing the 2-meter net followed by the 10-meter net. And no more announcements? All right, very good. I was trying to solve that problem with some interference we had here. There was another station on the frequency that couldn't hear me, but I could hear him perfectly. So I don't know what it was, other than it was like an echo link node or something, a one-way node. Anyway, you probably all got that message, and I haven't heard it since yesterday. But boy, it clogged up. I couldn't hear anything. I had to get off the air. Anyway, no big deal. I just hope it gets resolved. But if for some reason it doesn't, we're going to go to 146.430. 146.430. All right. Again, we're starting from the east. Please come now. No east. Oh, forgot. We got to do We gotta do that. The people short on time for it.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Mobile.
Hold on, Greg. I got Rick beat you to it. Rick, how you doing? KN4 TJF.
I'm doing good, man. How's everybody?
Wet.
Yes, indeed. Okay, yeah, man. Good to hear everybody there. So we're having the breakfast at the Flat Tire Diner, eh?
Yes, it's in Old Hickory. I think you know where that is.
I do. I think so. I will find it.
Very good. Very good. Good to have you in there, Rick. Hope the family's well.
Everybody's doing good, man. No complaints.
All righty. I hear Greg in there. You must be mobile. Greg, you still there? Well, I had Greg in there. By the way, that was Rick, KN4 TJF. He's in Ashland City. And Greg did check in. He's mobile. That's KD4 Charlie Victor Echo. I'm not sure where he went unless he fell into a hole somewhere. Anybody else short on time?
Careful, overpass.
Okay, very good, Tony. I got you in there. Hold on, Tony. But what'd you say there, Greg?
I was saying, yeah, I went under an underpass, so you lost me there briefly. But you can show me secure for now, and then I'll try to get back in on the other net.
Very good, thanks. That was Greg, KD4 Charlie Victor Echo. He's mobile at the moment. Tony, how are you?
I'm above ground. I'm in another meeting.
Ah, very good. The meeting. Is the White House busy today?
Yeah. The astronomy club, we're in a meeting discussing what we're going to be doing this year. So I'm multitasking.
Very good. Did you get a chance to see the asteroids spin by?
You looked outside?
Not today, no.
Yeah, well, it's like looking at the inside of a light bulb.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to see much. You're right. I just figured you had access to like one of those big new satellites.
No, they don't let me play with their toys.
Yeah, well, you don't have. If you had enough money, they would.
Yeah, but I could be like Elon Musk and just build my own toys.
Yeah, you wish.
Anyway, take care. Watch out for snakes. Careful, KQ.
Very good. That was Tony in Smyrna, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec, and he is in a meeting. As a matter of fact, another meeting with his astronomy club. Who else is short on time? I heard a double, but I think I heard Wes in there. I don't know who the other party was. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. That US?
Yeah, I'm on an ATT here in Lebanon. I'm in the house, but I think I've got you exactly at the right spot.
Wow, that's great. In the house on an HT from Lebanon. That's great.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm just lucky to get in. So appreciate it. So I'll be listening to this as much as I can. KE4.
All right, very good. That was Wes inside his house in Lebanon with an HT, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who was the other party?
Lord Alpha 3, Charlie Tango Papa.
Yeah, very good. Brian, how are you?
Doing all right. It's using the handy doggy with a whip in the house.
Oh, you're doing the same thing with an HT. I can hear you fine, though. I made a little bit of hash in there, but I can hear you.
Yeah, we're only running 5 watts, so if I can get there and I can hear you at this point.
Yeah, you're doing like 1.5 to my meter here, and I can easily understand.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty good one.
I'd say so. Anything else for the net, Brian? I guess not. All right, Brian, appreciate you checking in on the HT. That's 2 in a row on the HT. Kilo Alpha 3 Charlie Tango Papa. Who else is short on time? All righty, we'll start taking anybody first time check-in, please come in. All righty, we're starting from the east, so east, please come now. Anybody east, please come in. Wow, that's good. We'll move up to the north. Please come now.
AB9RKK.
Hey, Frank. I'm surprised. Nobody from the east, and usually James is in there every time.
Oh, we got a
I was like making sure my volume was turned up.
I looked over to see if my radio was on.
I thought, what the heck's going on? Yeah, usually it's so quick. He usually beats Richard.
Yeah, almost 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's usually one of them two is screaming. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Well, hopefully nobody, I got to drive tomorrow morning. Got to go see, get my yearly get yelled at by the guy in the white coat saying, something's wrong with me, but I got to go for a physical tomorrow, first thing in the morning. So hopefully there won't be too much of that black ice out there, but that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Oh yeah, well I was amazed. It's been so wet. I mean, since the 2 snows and the rain we've had. I walked across the front lawn today. I thought I was walking on a sponge.
No, I'm not so worried about the driving, to be honest with you. I'm worried about slipping. The last time we had that ice and I wasn't paying attention. We were leaving to go somewhere, I think a kid's birthday party, and I was flying and I got fortunate as much as it hurt that I landed on my back and not my head, but hit the front stoop. And that was like, probably 5 years ago, and it still hurts.
Oh boy, yeah. It's when you know that old line from Candid Camera, when you least expect it.
Oh, I wish we would have had it on video. That might kind of put it on the funniest video thing. Because my wife's like, grab my purse. So I'm carrying her purse in one hand, and something in the other hand. And then next thing you know, she turns around. She's like, where'd you go? Because there's like a bush in the way. And, she sees her purse out in the yard, and I'm laid out, and I couldn't talk because it knocked the wind out of me. It was probably hilarious to see.
Yeah, afterwards.
I can laugh about it now. I was not saying very nice words when it happened.
No, it's that kind of stuff can be very painful. I know from my own experience. Very good, very good. Anything good for the net tonight, Frank?
No, just Winter Field Day's coming up, so keep that in mind. I think they're letting us do it from the home again. So even if you're not doing it with the club or anything, it's another activity.
What's the date on Winter Field Day? I don't remember.
One say it's the 27th, but the 29th. The 29th.
January 29th, right?
Correct.
All righty, I forgot to mention that. We do have Winter Field Day coming up, January 29th. Well, very good, Frank. Anything else?
Negative. Thanks for doing that. KB9RKK.
All right, that's Frank in Northwest Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is north?
WB0 Paul, North Mount Juliet.
All right, I got 2 in there, or 3, I think actually, but I got Mark in there first. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar Oscar.
Good evening, Paul. It's hard to beat Frank, I tell you.
Yeah, he's got a big audio there, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's quick on the trigger.
Yeah, well, see, he's still working for a living, so he has to do things fast.
As compared to me, and I just do things half fast.
Hey, that's a nice play on words, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Hey, I don't really have anything for the net. Sitting back here trying to get well over the crud, but not too bad. So take care. Carry on.
All right, very good. That was Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson County. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar Oscar. Who is? Oh, we had Paul in Mount Juliet. What's your call again, Paul? I'll write it down wrong.
Yeah, Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra.
Yeah, very good. Sometimes on the fly I can get it perfect, but other times if you ask me, I go, I don't know. How's it going there, Paul?
Oh, going just fine. Yeah, soggy day. Wait to see what falls later tonight. Other than that, just staying cozy down here in the shack.
Hey, did you? Well, no, I just presume since you're in Mount Juliet, you weren't home. I don't think yesterday when that guy was on the air.
No, and I haven't listened to your MP3. I was going to do that here tonight. But no, I didn't hear it.
Well, I don't know. There's been some intermittent problems. I would hear DTMF tones, which is very unusual on this frequency. I mean, those are usually limited to somebody trying to control something. And also, I heard occasionally more keying up than I thought was like more than just your average amount of keying up. I mean, just hitting the push the talk. And then I heard the voice on the ear, and it was just continuous because he couldn't hear me, and I only heard one half the conversation, so it was a kind of a weird recording. And also, if you notice, and for those if you haven't heard the recording yet, or if you have, it looks like he's talking thoroughly. It sounds like he's talking to himself because I took out all the dead spots where I couldn't hear whoever's on the other side of that QSO. So I took out all the dead spots rather than having to sit through silence.
I'll have a listen. I've heard what sounds like similar things in other parts of the Simplex band. I don't know. Sounds like someone maybe got a new toy or something and didn't know what frequency to put it on.
Well, again, it isn't. We're not guaranteed the frequency. Okay, that's number one. And number two, we just want to make sure that he knew that he could be interrupting with something. If he's welcome to come on his frequency. It's not mine.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's interesting that it's one-sided like that. It makes you think that it has to be a pretty strong signal from somewhere.
Well, I think it was local, and I think it was an output that he didn't realize he was. Well, anyway, but rather than go into it, I haven't thought it through from the technical side, but it's conceivable the guy here in Mount Juliet had an Echolink node, and it would key, and he had it connected to his radio. His computer was hooked up to his radio, so somebody from outside coming in through the internet rather than through the radio was keying up. This guy was hearing it through his computer, but it was also keying his radio maybe with or without his knowledge, and it was on 415. That's the only thing I can think of, and it was a one-way output, not it wasn't something that I could. He couldn't hear me on the other side. No matter what I said, he wasn't responding.
And there was no ID on either side?
I only heard the one side, and it was never an ID. So that's why I presumed it was like an Echolink call, Echolink or All-Star. For some people, they don't think it's important, and technically, it's not important on Echolink. I mean, it's an IP connection.
Yeah. Well, or maybe somebody had like I have one of those rig blaster things that I use on HF every now and then for doing digital modes, and if you're not careful and leave it in Vox mode, you'll even get computer sounds. Like anything that comes through the computer will key up the radio, so I was going to be careful to make sure I got that thing switched to the off mode and I'm not using it.
Yeah, no, very good. No, I understand, and that's exactly what I was talking about. It could have been something connected that he didn't realize was on.
I'll have a listen.
All right. Yeah, it's nothing super exciting. I just hope somebody would recognize themselves, or I know it's not you, but recognize themselves, or at least the party they could listen to, so they could get it correctly. Because really, there's enough room on the 2-meter simplex band for any output they want, but it would be a good idea not to be on one that's routinely used.
Yeah. Well, if it's me, then I need to take meds, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it might have been me. I don't know. I have these blackout periods.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was yesterday anymore.
Very good, Paul. That's Paul here in Mount Juliet. Kilo, Charlie 9, Echo, Tango, Sierra. Unsure of his location and what he did yesterday. Who else is north? North or west?
Preparation of our Hotel Tango. Yeah, 4 WBZ in the west.
Hey, WBZ, hold on one second. I think I heard Hayes in there first. How you doing, Hayes?
That's me. I guess I'm the last one from up north. I'm doing all right. Rain's coming down pretty good here in Hendersonville. Kind of wondering if it's going to get icy if the kids are going to have school tomorrow.
Well, let's hope not, because it's not good for traffic.
Yeah, I suppose. I haven't heard it. A lot of times they'll just call it real early, even if there's a threat of it. But I haven't gotten anything.
Well, it says it's going to be 24 tomorrow morning, according to if I'm looking at this correctly on the weather thing. It's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, because I don't have to worry about it, but well, give me one second. There we go. It says it's going to be tomorrow morning, Wednesday. They show on the weather Wonderground. It says that it's 25 degree will be the low tonight, tomorrow morning. So, yeah, when you get up in the morning, it's conceivably going to be frozen. That isn't good.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. It's just the suspense or whatever. Maybe I kind of just like to know. Other than that, just I'm kind of in the market for an HF rig, something like inexpensive, like an ICOM 718 or something like that. So yeah, I guess that's about it. N8 NHT here in Hendersonville.
Yeah, very good, Hayes. By the way, Hayes is looking for a if you well, I don't know if anybody's got a rig for sale at a reasonable price, he might consider it. And that's November 8th, November Hotel Tango. His name is Hayes. He's in Hendersonville. Hayes, are you open to a used rig?
Yeah, if I wanted a new one, I would do that budget ICOM, the 7300. Remember, I'm looking for something. Well, my first rig was a 10 Tech Triton 4. That thing was old, but yeah, something like a 718 or something like that is about in my budget. Or they got the Zegu or whatever it is. I'm kind of looking around, so I'll familiarize myself with some of the newer used stuff, if you will.
I got you. What did you say your email was good on QRZ?
Say that again, please.
Is your email good on QRZ?
Yeah, I've used the same email for 30 years. Yep, that's it's the Landis all one.
All right, very good. That's November 8th, November Hotel Tango, and his email is good on QRZ. If you think you have a rig you would be suitable for a guy looking for a relatively budget priced used good rig, and his name is Hayes. I think for WBZ out there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Boy, that's the shortest answer I've heard.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Straighten me out. This is the first. I know you're a 4 call, but what's the first letter there? Is it whiskey?
K.I. Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu.
Oh, okay, very good. I'd forgotten there was a India in there. That's why I was getting confusing myself. So anyway, how are you doing?
So far, so good. Just trying to stay dry, trying to stay warm. Mother Nature's fighting me on both, it seems. Told a friend of mine yesterday, it's like I've seen snow, cold weather, and rain in the last month. And I'd like to return this and cancel my subscription to winter if I could. I'm ready for spring.
Yeah, that was that quote I put on the one page a week or so ago. It says, "Winter is nature's way of saying up yours."
Yeah. That was something I want to throw out there. I don't know if you've been to Flat Tire, or if it's just something that you picked and said, let's do it. Probably got to get everybody together before we can get table. Place isn't real big, and they are busy. So if anybody wants to show up late, they may be sitting somewhere else and not sitting with wherever the group gets tables.
Or sitting on somebody's lap. All right.
I'm not bringing any spare dollar bills. Like I said, it's not, that place isn't too far from me. I've been there several times. Food's good. I keep going back, but like I said, it's not real big. It's not real big, and they're busy on the weekends, so it's not like it's not like some of those places where we can get a dedicated space off to the side and just have people show up whenever they want. If we're gonna go in together, we probably need to all be there at the same time to get that space.
Yeah, I got you. Very good. Thanks for the heads up. No, I've not been over there. I just heard it came highly recommended, but at the same time, our attendance has been relatively low the last little bit, in the realm of anywhere from, I don't know, I think the biggest one we had recently might have been 8 or 9 people, but any number is good. But here's the deal: Saturday morning, it's supposed to be 14 Saturday morning, and by the time 8 o'clock rolls around, I think it's supposed to be. Let me look at the thing here. At 8 o'clock, it's supposed to be 18. So that's going to keep a few people home.
Unless my legs jammed up and won't bend, I'm off the crutches. I'm always looking for an excuse to get out of the house. I'm running, I'm not doing cartwheels, but I am off the crutches and walking around. So, Yeah, I'll plan on being there.
All right, sounds good. It'd be good to see you, Chris. That was Chris, Kilo India 4, Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and he is in. You're in Old Hickory, right?
Technically Hermitage, but I'm right down the street.
That's I don't. I honestly, I never have tried to figure out the boundaries of Davidson County's sub sub cities, sub villages, whatever they call them, these areas, the neighborhoods. Anyway, Chris at the KI4WBZ. He's in Old Hermitage, but where we were talking about was Old Hickory there on Old Hickory Boulevard. Who else is north or west?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Hello, how are you doing there, Tom? Tom. I'll get it right here in a minute. How are you doing?
Yeah, just kind of hanging loose tonight. I got some news from work this afternoon that I'm getting laid off next week. So, yeah, I want a job hunting him.
All right, freedom at last.
Well, considering I only been at this new gig for about 8 months, so, my resume is still fresh. But, yeah, company's not doing good and whatever. And, so I was a new guy, so new guy goes first. So that was my short straw. So no big deal. I'm not super concerned. I kind of knew it was coming anyhow, so wasn't a shock. So back on this job hunt.
Awesome. I say it's awesome because Renaissance Man won't have any problem finding another gig.
No, I mean, as soon as I put it out there that I'm looking, I'll get, I'll offers about, but least of my worries right now is, hunting for a job. Just adds a little more to the pile of stress like that going on. Mother-in-law's been in the hospital again and dealing with all that. And, so, it's just on the scale of things, this too will pass like the kidney stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like to think we're a good therapy for somebody looking for a job. Anyway, good luck with that, Don. I hope it works out well for you. And that's Don in Bon Aqua, November 4, Delta, Juliet Tango. Keep us posted on that. I mean, we're always interested in what other hams are doing and what they're up to, even if it's not ham related. Who else is west or north?
KM4YRF, Mike in Belshire.
Hello, Mike. I hope you're all cured up.
Yeah, I'm feeling way better today.
Yeah, very good. Really didn't. I mean, it didn't. And I'm sure you didn't feel good, but did it knock you down as far as you think you would be?
It was a little. I thought it was going to be just a really mild thing, and it was pretty mild. I had lots of body aches, headache, coughing and sneezing, and just generally not feeling good. And the coughing has kind of drug on a little bit. So, but if I had to have it, it was better than the alternative.
Well, I've had a pretty bad flu. It was just what you're talking about, so that wasn't COVID, and that was 7 or 8 or 9 years ago.
Yes, and Emily and I both had it together, and she tested negative yesterday, so she went home with mom, and so I got to sleep in my own bed.
Oh, great. Glad to hear it. Yeah, that's I can't wait until this whole thing is over, if it ever is over.
Well, it may not ever be over. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's always true though. I mean, we always have to be careful, especially seasonal flu. And I have a hard time imagining this is going to carry over all through every summer. It just seems hard to imagine.
No, I think it's gonna die down, but I'm sure they'll invent something else.
Stinking Chinese.
You're right about that.
No, that's it wasn't good enough that they have everything and they make in Walmart that they got to bring us over a flu. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can't completely blame them. Flus move around. I'm sure I understand we generated the Spanish flu. And that killed a lot more people. Anyway, that was Mike in Belshire, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Don't forget, he's got the 10-meter net on Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. It's the 2-year anniversary. Like I said, 7:30, 28.415. We all want to show up, make a good showing. Our averages on that night is around 10 to 12, and sometimes it jumps up higher than that. But it'd be nice to have 20 or 30. So I know Mike would appreciate it. Anyway, who else is north or west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack, and Donaldson.
You need Sunday night. I need to have you check in 3 times on Mike's net, okay?
Exactly.
Everything going well for you, Jack? Man, I can't believe it. I just noticed that I hadn't looked at the weather today, and to say it's going down to whatever I just said, it's disgusting to think it's going down to 14 degrees on Friday night, Saturday morning.
Well, I'm just glad that we've been getting rain and not ice and snow because it would really be deep.
Oh, it would be. I was thinking that same thing today when I was outside. I was getting groceries and it was pouring down rain. I was getting soaked. I said, "Man, I'm getting wet, but I'm glad it'd be a foot of snow up."
Well, life is good. I haven't been sick. I don't get out much, but anyway, thanks for doing the net. Appreciate it. Hope everybody stays safe here in the next storm, and 73 to everyone.
Very good. That was Jack in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. What a great signal. Who else is west? Nobody else west? West or north? Or south?
AR4AZ. Yankee Victor.
Hold on 1 second there, Larry. I got Tim Beachy in there. Tim, how you doing down in Murfreesboro?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Paul?
Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great. I think I told you. Well, no, I probably didn't. I was down in Murfreesboro Monday or Tuesday. We had to go down there for an appointment.
Well, you're probably close to my house. Or if you're over at the VA, I just over there today.
Well, not far. We're over there at that office building. It's near the Battleground Memorial.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you might have come down to the old Veterans Administration.
I've been there, man. That is one nice campus they have there.
Yeah, they take pretty good care of it. So glad to have you. Been doing all right, Paul?
Oh yeah, no, doing great. I was again a shock because as I went up that, I forget the name of that road there that's going by the Battlefield Memorial. But when you go out that road, man, there is just you got enough retail out there for two cities.
Oh, yeah. Ain't a thing in the paper or something. Murfreesboro is out of the 500 boom towns or something. Murfreesboro is ranked number 1 or something. I tell you what, I remember back in the 60s and everything. I kind of wish you'd get back to that, but it ain't gonna happen.
Well, the cat's out of that bag. I don't know, or Pandora's out of that box, or whatever the analogy you want to use, because it's never going to be what it used to be.
No, I guess if it did, it would be a big collapse. So don't want that happen to the young folks either. So it's all good. Out here around the house and everything. I could probably walk to the hospital VA if I had to. But, wouldn't want to. It's about 3 miles. So that's not bad. Go there. Stay out of the track. Paul, I'll turn it back over to you and let everybody push on down the net here. Hope everybody's doing well out on the net. And good hearing everybody. You have a good sir. Appreciate what you do. AR4AZ clear. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, very good, Tim. Good to have you in it. It's Tim in Murfreesboro. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Who else did I hear in there? I don't remember who it was.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
How could I forget Larry? How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good, man. What do you say the next breakfast is going to be?
At Flat Tire Diner. I'll send it out on a reminder, but it's on Old Hickory Boulevard, just north of State Road 70. Lebanon Pike.
Comment.
Go ahead.
Somebody put in the chat thing. The address is 4700 Old Hickory Boulevard.
Ah, very good. 4700 Old Hickory Boulevard. I'll send that out on the thing though. But yeah, Old Hickory Boulevard, Flat Tire Diner on Old Hickory Boulevard, just north of Lebanon Pike.
Okay, man. I don't think I'll make it this weekend, but maybe in the future. We'll catch you later. Paul, let you get on with it. KE4SYB.
Yeah, very good. That was Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockville. Who else is Sal?
KE4NTL.
Hello, Larry. What's up?
Hey, not a lot, buddy. What's up with you, Paul?
Oh, just man, it was soggy today outside.
Hey, I'm gonna try to make it over at the diner Saturday morning because it don't happen.
Oh, that'd be great. You did catch that it was that Flat Tire Diner on Old Hickory Boulevard, right?
I sure do. I got it. put it on my GPS. I don't really know who it's at, but I think I can find it with my GPS.
Oh, I'm sure you can. It's Old Hickory Boulevard. It's easy to find.
Yeah. So, good, all right. If that don't happen, I hope to see you over by Saturday.
All right, that sounds great, Larry. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're having a good day. That was Larry, Kilo Golf 4 November, Tango Lima. He's in Murfreesboro. Who else is Sal?
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor.
Hello, how are you doing, Larry? Man, that's 3 Larrys in a row.
Yeah, yeah. Well, where I worked at, there was 4 of us there, so I started using my last name, but nobody knew any better.
I made a habit after I was in the military. It wasn't like it was a terrible habit, but I managed a fairly large group of people. And there was a couple of people who got upset with me because I would refer to them in chorus, like in memos and stuff. I would just say, Smitty, or I'd say Jones or whatever. And they go, "What's wrong with using my first name?" I said, "Because there's several of you, and that's the reason I don't do that. Everybody knows who your last name is."
Yeah, yeah. I worked jobs where you can be chummy like that in your first name, or it's just common professionalism just to go by the last name. And I worked jobs where whatever your street cred rep name was or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal. I mean, because of my last name, and it's a long last name, Wilazinski. It was just, I got referred to in the military as Ski, and you just get used to the fact that they're not going to use you, even your full last name.
And that's why I just call you Ski.
Exactly. Now the problem became in my department there was 4 skis.
Maybe I don't with it.
No, I just said in my department there was 4 skis, but fortunately, my friends generally called me by my first name.
So, no, I was just asking if you were doing the 440.
I don't think we're going to do it. We're not going to do it tonight, but I was thinking about doing it Saturday night, doing it on 440.
Right now, the hydrant is going to leak. Already got a leak thanks to the billions of gallons of water. And, it's one of those things. It's going to have to be something that get up there and kind of patch it. Keep going.
Hey, your audio is a little low. Are you stepping up to the mic, or is it just an issue with that? What you got?
I think I'm falling asleep.
Okay, I just want to make sure because it's a little low, and I hate to adjust my radio for the microphone input, but no, it's just funny to have 3 Larrys in a row. It looks funny on the listing. Anyway, that's Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor, and yeah, try to stay dry and warm because man, I didn't realize it was going to get that cold. And Larry is in Welter Hill. Who else is Sal?
Hey, Paul, Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike Tom in Rock Vegas.
Very good. Your tower's not sinking, is it?
I don't think so. I haven't measured it lately, but it seems to be pretty much intact. So hope everything is going good, and we're just enjoying the rain and get ready for some cold weather. And how's things going with you?
They're going just dandy. Not as good as they can be expected. I mean, for getting old and cantankerous.
Yep. Well, earlier we were mentioning the coronavirus pandemic. On 17 meters earlier this afternoon, I spent about an hour in QSO with a really nice ham in Mexico City named Ralph, X1RK. He's evidently a huge DXer because he had like 250,000 lookups on QRZ. And I was asking him about, we got to talk long enough to, discuss a few things like the coronavirus and how his country's handling it. And there's a lot of similarities, about the same amount of, same percentage of people of their population is vaccinated versus unvaccinated. And long story short, they're kind of handling the pandemic in a similar way that we are, and sometimes we lose track of the thought that this is a worldwide thing. It's easy to get caught up in the thought that it's just here and nobody else, but it's all over the world, and I think we're gonna be dealing with it forever, kind of like the flu. KM410.
Yeah, I hear you. And yeah, you're right. We tend to think very locally And when you consider that, and again, I don't remember what Mexico's population is, but Canada, for instance, has a very small population as compared to us, but they had similar problems. I just noticed today that England uh, did an executive order there, no mask requirement anywhere in England.
I'll be darned. I thought they were kind of in lockdown mode like a lot of Europe. You know, these socialist countries are a lot more stringent on that kind of thing. They just shut down. And one surprise is Australia. They're turning into like, man, they'll throw you in jail if you hadn't been vaccinated. That's kind of scary how that can happen. But you know, I'm not anti-vaccination, but I don't believe it should be forced on people, and that's just the way I feel about it. But anyway, everything else going good out this way, Paul, and good to talk to you as always. Say good evening to everyone in the group, and let you have it back. K4PEW, KM410.
Yeah, very good, Tom. That was Tom, Kilo Mike 4, Tango Mike, and he is in Rockville with a really nice signal. Who else is south or anywhere?
Kilo Juliet 4 Delta Mike Oscar.
Kilo Juliet 4 Delta Mike Oscar. I don't remember that call or the name. I'm sorry. What's your first name? Where are you?
Yeah, hey man, this is Steve over here at Willoughby Station. I've checked it a few times. I was just swinging through the frequencies here and heard you guys. I've got the net in my calendar. I just don't often get out here. I just wanted to stop and say hello. But all is well here. Checking in on an HT with a little dipole connected to my front window. How's the signal?
I wasn't looking. Give me a call out again. Let me look at it.
Kilo Juliet 4 Delta Mike Oscar calling from Willoughby Station.
Yeah, it's almost bumping up to 20 over on your HT to my antenna. Are you inside the house?
Yeah, I am. I'm inside the house on an HT, and I've got a little zip wire dipole that I'm experimenting with taped to the front window.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing great, and it's on the first floor.
Yes, that's correct.
That's great. I know you imagine how good you do on the second floor.
Yeah, I actually have a mobile radio up in my one of the bedrooms upstairs that feeds into a dipole attic antenna. Actually, ground plane antenna up in the attic that gets really good signal. I'm just trying. I want to hit something down here when I'm sitting in the office working all day that I can listen to.
Yeah, it's funny, and when you on that last transmission, you were bumping up over 20 over at times, depending on either the conditions or where your antenna was pointing. You know.
Yeah, it's just a simple little like speaker wire dipole that I've got a banana plug to the top of the radio here. I checked the SWR; it's about 1.5 to 1, and it's taped to the front window.
Yeah, no, it can work great. You're right for local, but there's not too many other people hearing you too much out of. You know, nobody 10 miles away is hearing you, I don't think.
Nah, affirmative. I just wanted to say hello and check in, but I appreciate y'all being here, 73s, and hope you have a safe night with this weather coming in.
Oh yeah, very good. That's Steve. He's in Willoughby Station. Willoughby Station is considered Mount Juliet, isn't it?
That's correct. Yeah, we're right on the border, just about a mile maybe from the Davidson County border on the south or the west side.
Yeah, very good. It is considered Mount Juliet, but over there towards the northwest side of Mount Juliet, adjacent to Davidson County. That's Kilo Juliet 4 Delta Mike Oscar. He is on a dipole taped to the window with an HT, and he's doing at times 20 over to me here, and I'm guessing I'm about 5 miles from him, maybe. So it's doing pretty good. Who else? Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Please come down.
N4 LLC, Logan and Lebanon.
Hey, Lebanon Logan, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Yeah, I was checking out that interference for one-sided station. We're getting on 415 the other day.
Yeah, that's there's not much to tell about it other than I was just hoping somebody either recognize themselves or somebody else would recognize who they were.
Yeah, there's. I didn't recognize the voice, but there's two different All-Star nodes in Mount Juliet that I know of via the directories that are online. I can eliminate one of them because I know him, and that's definitely not his voice. The other one I don't know, but there is a VHF. It doesn't have the frequency listed, but there is a Mount Juliet VHF All-Star node that's online.
Okay, let me. I just remembered. I'm glad you said something about that. I just remembered. I'll send it out to the group. I just remembered he mentioned the other party he was talking to. His name was Paul, because that's why I initially thought he was talking to me. And I kind of was like, what? His name is Paul. So I don't know what the one guy's name is who's talking, but the guy who's talking to, his name was Paul.
Okay, yeah, but I may send it to you via email directly, but it could be who it was. I'm gonna try connecting up with a node one day via my All-Star node here in Lebanon, see if I can pick the person up and see who it's now.
Okay, that'd be great. Again, if you read the email, I'm not out. I'm not looking to have a public flogging or anything. I just want to make sure that we're sharing the frequencies accordingly.
Yeah, I got you. But anyway, nothing else for the net. I'll get to hear you. And 4 LLC.
Very good. That's Logan in Lebanon, November 4, Lima Charlie, great signal. Yeah, any help on that issue at all? I mean, it's just trying to figure it out. That's all. Because whenever a node like that is around, it can be confusing. I've seen it before in other places. It could be downright. You only hear one half, and you go, "Where's the other guy?" Anyway, who else says is west or any place anywhere?
Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. Good evening, Paul.
Hey, Richard, what's up with you, man? Are you doing all right?
Doing fine. This is my Friday, and I couldn't be happier about it. About 3 days a week's all I want to fool with anything. But hope everybody's staying healthy, and hope you're doing well, and you're sounding good up here as usual. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, very good. Everything going well at work?
Oh yeah, it's been slow. It's been hard. It's been running and running, and it runs the gambit every 3 days. So every time I go to work, it's a different day, and I don't know. It just never a dull minute. I put it that way.
Well, I wouldn't want to have to deal with. I've done it, but in a different way. I mean, I did a lot of driving when I was in Florida when I was working for a living. I mean, I knew the metro. It was like if I was in here, if I was working here, I would know Murfreesboro, Nashville, Henderson County, and Franklin County intimately. I mean, I could have given directions without even knowing the street names of all the streets, But that's bad because when you do a lot of driving, it's a pain.
It can be. I drove a lot in the rain today. Went from down to Mount Juliet on Belinda City Parkway and interstate driving and all that kind of thing. It is kind of aggravating, not aggravating, but stressful, I'll put it, to have to keep up without getting run over on the interstate and all that kind of thing. But basic driving, it is what it is, and I get tired of it as well.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like I said, doing that every day, getting out on the road and messing with the traffic, depending upon where you are. But how far does it take you out from the center of activity?
We go as far as Hartsville, Watertown, Mount Juliet, Murfreesboro. We deliver to several different places outside of Lebanon.
Wow, up to Hartsville. What a pain that is.
That's not a bad. I mean, it's time consuming, sure, but it's really not a bad run. You make one turn to the right and back in and turn into the parking lot, and you pull out of that parking lot, make one turn to the left, and you're back in Lebanon. I mean, it's 231 to Highway 25, and that's about it. But it takes a few minutes.
Well, I'm just saying it's a long trip for one thing is the problem. If you had several things to do, it'd be great.
Yeah, and I have gone up there to that place for one part, one set of brake pads. But it's all in a day's work.
Yeah. As long as they appreciate it and keep giving you business, that's what's important.
Oh yeah, and they do.
Very good. That was Richard, and I'm putting down Stephanie too, am I?
Yes, sir, please.
All right, you guys doing okay health-wise?
Getting better. She and I both were sick for 2 weeks each, but we're over that. But she's got other issues we have to tend to about every day, so we're keeping it under control the best we can.
Okay, very good. I'm glad things are at least looking up a little bit. Yeah, as we grow older, I never knew I was going to have so many doctor friends as I go older.
Yeah, whether you want to have them or not.
Anyway, that's Richard and Stephanie, KI4SIB and KI4SOR, just a little bit west of downtown Lebanon. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? North, south, east, or west? First time check-ins, last time check-ins, medium check-ins?
Kilo 4, go for X-ray. John, I'm out chilling, just saying, hey,
Hey, John, how are you?
doing well, doing well.
You heard that signal I had yesterday, didn't you?
I did. It went away. So was it just that day? I haven't heard it since.
Well, he made him realize what was going on because I think it was obviously it was a mistake. I mean, just to arbitrarily, be doing a one-way, which would technically be a broadcast, and I'm sure that they realized what happened and turned it off.
Well, the commercials felt like they were malicious, but the conversation, I felt like that was a mistake. Like he was talking to somebody and didn't realize he was keyed up.
Well, again, I'm not sure who he was telling on that commercial. You know what I'm saying? If you're on an Echolink connection, technically there could be people on an Echolink connection computers around the country, or somebody would be connecting to you and they'd be listening to it. It's just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? But without having, and that's what was a little confusing, because if that were true, to not have your call being displayed or stated, that would be problematic.
Yeah, the language he was using and sort of the topics he was covering was definitely violations there, I would feel.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. That's why I was pretty confident that it wasn't meant to be over the air. You with me? I mean, I'm not going to criticize the guy for something he didn't realize was happening.
Yeah, I always try to give him the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully with some kind of box that turned on or something like that. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I mean, it's anyway. I just like you said, I didn't address the subjects. I was more interested at this point, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be talking like some of the things he said over the air. That's all, because it's an opinion. He's welcome to his opinions, but it was pretty provocative opinions. I'll say it's just that I didn't include that in the audio. I was just trying to determine who it was so they could figure out that they were coming across the airwaves to a fairly I don't know how many people heard it, but I'm getting it.
I hear you, and I just feel bad for the guy if it was a mistake because he was getting on in those topics pretty deep.
Oh, I know. I actually I didn't hear all of it because I left the shack. I didn't want to hear it anyway because I couldn't get it be on the air, so I just walked away from it. Anyway, everything else going well for you, John?
Well, just one question I want to throw out to the net. I was just looking at some channels and I came across a frequency. It appears to be a repeater out of Alabama, but it was having people check in from all over the U.S. and there's some kind of linking going on in there. Does anyone know anything about that? It's pretty vague, but there's a frequency 146940.
All righty, I can send that. I do that question. I don't know how many people are listening right now, but anybody familiar with a repeater that's in Alabama on 146940? It was taking check-ins from all over. It was all over the country, all over the world.
It would seem like it was just the U.S. So California, Florida, Texas, Michigan. Seems like the call signs I was getting.
Well, he may have been, like I said, he may have been an all-star node or an all-star link or an Echolink link, so that anybody could check in from anywhere, any place.
And those come in like a regular audio FM?
Yep. Well, they come in through his. They'd be coming in through his either. If it's coming in through his repeater, it's coming in just as if, because it comes in through through an interface at the repeater, and it comes in just as if it sounded like it was you and me on the air, because it keys up the repeater and talks. There's just usually a slight. There's some slight noise issues. I say noise. You'll hear Echolink, and Echolink, I know you'll hear the Echolink connections being made, and somebody connects with it. So I don't know if you heard that at all.
I didn't hear any connection per se, but yeah, I'm very interested to see what was going on there.
Well, it also could have been. I'd have to look up the repeater, but in fact, Alabama isn't in the Southern Repeater Council. So I had a book of theirs at one point, but it's not going to be in there. But I'll try to look that up. I'm guessing it might be, maybe it's an IRLP node, but I've never used one of those. I don't know if you can tell when people check in on an IRLP repeater.
So it did mention something about an IRL, but I thought it said C, not T. But is that some kind of link up with the internet?
Yeah, the IRLP crowd is one that you can't connect with a computer. You have to check in. In other words, if I'm going to be talking to somebody in Detroit on IRLP, I have to work through my radio to an IRLP repeater here somewhere, and then that transfers over the internet to an IRLP connected repeater in Detroit, and then it goes out to the whoever wants to hear it. But so they're playing the not playing the game. That's a bad use of the word. They're trying to be more RF oriented, whereas Echolink, you could have, you can talk on computers to a computer and nobody knows the difference.
But it is an IRL, so there's certain repeaters that are linked up through the internet. That's the same.
Yes, you link them as you talk to them through. I think they use DTMF tones in that as well. You'd connect to an IRLP node here, wherever it is. There is a couple here that I know of. I think there is anyway. And you just when you get on there, you know the repeater node you're looking for, wherever that is in the world, and you would key in through DTMF that repeater node's number, and it would automatically connect to that repeater on the internet.
Very interesting. To learn more about that, thanks, Paul, for the time.
Yeah, that stands for Internet Relay Linking Project. Yeah, there's no C in there.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Good night.
All right, John, we'll catch you later. That was John here in Mount Juliet, Kilo 4 Tango Golf X-Ray. Anybody else? Anyplace, anywhere? Hey, Charles, how are you doing?
I'm on 5 watts.
Well, I got you in here. You're readable and doing about S2 to S3 here.
Pretty tired. Drove with the gals the other day and back. Ain't been that way in a while. The roads are extremely wet today. A lot of ponding in people's yards.
Oh, yeah, it's very soggy. And I was lying to you. You're an S5 here in Mount Juliet, Charles.
That's good. Don't have much more to check in and say hi.
All right, appreciate you checking in. That was Charles, and he's in the Joelton, Ashland City area. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot. Is anybody else, any place, anywhere? Please come in. Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, and whoever.
KB4 SFN.
All right, Tom. You get to choose which one you want to be.
I'm the ex-president of the Wilson County Lollygaggers Club.
Oh yeah, so you retired from lollygagging.
No, I was lollygagging this morning, early when I first got up.
Yeah, that's you don't hear that term too often, do you? So how you doing, Tom?
From a person my age, pretty good.
Yeah, very good. I'm really just going back to that COVID issue. I was concerned about you because you had told me you had some breathing issues, and I said, man, if he's got COVID, he must be struggling.
I did have it, and yeah, I was struggling, but my wife took me up to Kentucky, and I got some antivirus stuff, some infusion, which was rough though, but I got over it.
What do you know what they gave you? Not that I would know.
Yeah, it was an infusion. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because they call it an infusion in some cases, and other times they call it an IV. I don't quite understand the distinction because I know my mother, when she was getting treated for anemia and also cancer, they gave her these, I want to say it was an iron type infusion, they called it. And it was a relatively small amount. It wasn't like a full bag like you see in an IV bag. But anyway, yeah, they called it an infusion too.
Yeah, well, they stuck a needle in me, had a little tube, went to a little bag, and drained that off into me. And that was the side effects for that weren't all that good, but got rid of COVID.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out for you. And there's lots of guys that didn't work, people it didn't work out so good for, but so far so good in our general circle of hams around here.
Yeah, I was lucky that it wasn't any worse, but and I already had the vaccine and thought I was bulletproof, and went down to your breakfast and came home with it. But that happens, you know. You get out, and that's how you get it.
Oh yeah, one of the worst flus I ever had. It really knocked me in the dirt, and my wife was 8 or 9 years ago, and I'd eaten up at Ryan's up there at Madison, and man, we were sick as dogs.
Well, you never know where you get it. You know, it just takes one person to breathe in your direction, and you inhale at the right time. And, you know, but you just can't hide out. Try it, but you can't. All right, 73 for you and everyone on the net. Okay, before us, man.
Yeah, very good, Tom. I'm glad you're hanging in there. That's Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November, and that's Tom and Martha. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? All righty, we're going to move over to 28415. 28415, upper side band. Going to be there unless I hear a complaint or a check-in or a compliment.
Good job, Paul.
Very good. Yeah, all right. We're going over 28415. Meet you there. K4P. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Net on 10 meters. Coming from the east, please come now. Nobody east, please come now. All right, up to the north, please.
Kilo Bravo 9, rating Kilo.
Very good. Got you in there, Frank. Sound good. I heard a double in there. Who was the other party? It was Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who was the other party?
I believe that was Richard.
Rick, go ahead, please. Richard up in Lebanon, you mean?
I think it was Richard Ledman.
Say again, Richard. Richard, is that you? Please come now.
Maybe not.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. I believe you're right there, Michael. Now I'll check him in as Richard. Man, it sounds like he's got a 10-meter HT. All right, pretty sure that was Richard, KI4SIB in Lebanon. Who else is north?
Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra.
Very good. Good to have you in there, Paul. You sound good. You weren't able to hear Richard just now, were you?
I heard somebody, but I couldn't make out who it was.
Yeah, I figured somebody else would pipe in if they did hear him better than me. Sometimes I can tell somebody who it is just by the tone of the voice I can't hear.
The holler in the background.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Paul, Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra. No, Kilo Charlie 9. Yeah, Echo Tango Sierra. That's what that is. Can't read my writing here. That's Paul here in Mount Juliet. Who else is north? Over to the west?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
All right, Don. You sound good. How much power are you running over there, Don?
Kilowatt.
Oh, wow. Conditions must be kind of iffy because the kilowatt should do better over here. Yeah, you're just bouncing around S1, but I can hear you fine. It was Don, November 4, Delta Juliet Tango in Banacqua. Who else is west?
KM4YRF.
All right. All right. I'm starting to lose my writing ability, I think. Anyway, Michael, how's it going? How are you copying everybody today, except for Richard?
Actually, I could hear him a little bit in the beginning, but he faded out, and I've heard everybody else.
Yeah, I know he's working on it, the 10-meter issue too, so cut him some slack. We won't make fun of him today. Anyway, that was Michael, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Belshire. Who else is north or west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Yeah, you sound good, Jack. Doing very well. That's Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Ah, you made it in there, Greg. You sound good. How was traffic coming down to your place?
Traffic wasn't bad, not too bad. Starting to snow here though.
Oh, great. That's all we need.
Yeah, and I think I've got the COVID, so I'll keep you posted.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'd sure like to miss it, but it seems like it sounded funny when I heard, and I watch hardly any television, at least network television. I just not something we do. And I happened to catch that one news segment that's where Dr. Fauci said, "Well, it looks like everybody's going to get the Omicron version."
I've been saying that from the very beginning that we're all going to get it, not necessarily Omicron, but we'll all get it eventually. Just try to be prepared, try to be healthy and supplement it or whatnot.
But that was quickly said, that was one of the criticisms I heard recently, and I don't remember who said it. I want to say it might have been Rogan, who does the podcast. He goes, they always talk about this and this, the masks, the cleanliness, the distancing. But no one ever talking about you should be trying to be in good health, lose the weight, vitamin supplements, eat a healthy meal, get good sleep. Nobody seems to be talking about that.
Yeah, D3 has always been the thing, and there's a combo that I've got that's supposed to be real good. It's D3 and vitamin K2. That combination is supposed to keep you from getting it too bad.
Well, I hope. Yeah, I hope. And then also, I heard somebody talk about zinc and vitamin C together.
I take Centrum and then I supplement it with more zinc, more vitamin C, magnesium, biotin, things like that. So I had breathing issues a couple of years ago, and I'm good. I'm good nowadays, but I don't want to get that breathing issue and the COVID.
Oh, heck no. Well, keep us posted how you're doing. If you need any help, let us know. That was Greg at Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is south or west? Hey, Rick, you sound good.
Thank you, man. So do you.
Very good. Yeah, it's not a real strong signal, but your audio is just fine. Hey, you're not even showing up on the meter, but I can hear you just fine.
That's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, you're odd, aren't you?
Yeah, you got me there.
All right, Rick. Hope to see you on Saturday. That was Rick in Ashland City, or near Ashland City, I should say. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Who else is west, south, or anywhere, I guess? Any place, anybody, anywhere? Calling again for lollygaggers, lurkers, and shortwave listeners, I guess. Preppers. All righty, we had a grand total of 9. And we're doing fine. And we had 26 on the other one. Appreciate all the check-ins. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate everything. And hey, see if we can survive the winter between now and the next net. K4PEW closing on it.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, very good.